Hello everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and today I am back with Rendez-Doug. Now, a little recap is that Sandra believes that Doug is cheating, or had cheated on his wife, and that caused his wife to decide to leave him. Given that Sandra believes that Doug is a wonderful person, so there's no other reason his wife would have left him. That's what happened at their little last hangout. In the last part that of my Let's Play. So we're gonna see if that's true. Hopefully, we'll see. And we're gonna see what was the aftermath of that hangout. But now we're back at work, so let's just see what happened, or what's about to happen, rather. Anyways, work. It is the only constant in life. The only thing which never breaks your expectations. You're hired to do a job and you do it. That's it. I take a sad look at my computer screen. This mascot is meaningless. It looks meaningless. No matter how many iterations I design, it never is satisfying. That slice of bacon is going to gnaw on my soul and haunt my nightmares. I had a meeting with my managers 2 days ago. They just congratulated me for my work and were happy that I had so many ideas and worked so hard. Those were nice words, but what's the point of hearing them if my heart doesn't believe in them? It's been 2 weeks since I last spoke to Doug. That's too long. He tried to reach out, but I ignored his texts and kept our discussions to the strict minimum at work. 2 whole weeks? Ah! How terrible. Oh my goodness. My heart is breaking. He apologized despite not knowing what upset me. Sandra, please. Couldn't we at least have talked to him? As if I was the one who needed an apology. Here comes Adrielle. Hello. Hey, Sandra. Get lost, Adrielle. I'm not in the mood. Damn. Chill out? Chill out? I don't know how to read that. Chill out. Chill out. Sighing once again, I rub my face with my hands. I apologize. I just have a lot to process right now. Want to talk it out over coffee? Hesitating at first, I eventually give in to Adrielle's suggestion. He said with a wink. Maybe I can use a 5-minute break. Neat. My treat. Wow, what a gentleman. Adrielle only answers with a cheerful laugh before walking. No, running to the coffee machine. He orders a macchiato for himself, then he turns to me, a glowing smile painting his face. And what will you have? Still, he doesn't look half as pretty as Doug to me. Still thinking about Doug. We're still thinking about Doug, and that's fine. You are very pretty, though, Adrielle. But I guess, to Sandra here, not half as pretty as Doug. Ooh. Black coffee, please. Well, that's a statement. Once the machine finishes brewing his coffee, he orders mine. I give the machine an empty look to free my mind from intrusive thoughts. Thoughts telling me Doug is a cheater. He didn't cheat on me. I shouldn't take that so personally. And yet, somehow, I still feel fooled. As if I expected more of him. As if I thought that Doug, this coworker I never notice and who blends in despite how pretty he looks, I thought there was more to him. Well, there definitely was. So, tell me, what's wrong? Well, I can't get this mascot right, and it's getting obnoxious. Well, in my opinion, you got it right weeks ago. Thanks, but... Yeah, as long as you're not satisfied with it, I suppose nothing I say will change anything, am I right? I simply nod, choosing to spare my words. Well, then at least I can suggest you try to fill your thoughts with other things. Like, how are your not dates with Doug going? Adrielle's question makes me quiet. I don't I have an answer to provide. I can't reveal Doug's personal life after all, even if he is horrible enough to betray the trust of the woman who loved him. Again, Sandra, I think this is an assumption. This is an assumption. Wrong, I guess? Let's say I got disappointed, but spilling the details doesn't belong to me. I'm sorry, Adriel. Don't be. I understand. And for the first time since I started working here, I see Adriel put a compassionate smile on his face, rather than his usual playful one. That's nice. Okay, it's not that long. We're maybe like a month or two in to the work, to the new job. So that's nice. For some reason, it doesn't suit him. Or maybe I'm just not used to him being serious. Doug! He looks so shocked. And of course, with the most distasteful timing, I see Doug approaching. He seems surprised, almost frightened to see me. To be fair, I would also, if I was in Doug's shoes, I'd feel the same. Adriel, noticing my widening eyes, turns around to see my coworker's confused gaze. Hey, Doug. Dooged. Dooged. Is it Doog? Is it Doug or Doog? I'm gonna say, hey, Dooged. Hey, guys. I don't answer, just taking my coffee and turning back. Well, I should go back to... Sandra, can we talk? Doug! Okay, you're still making me up for it, Doug. You're trying. It's gonna be... I believe that the misunderstanding is gonna be cleared up soon. I freeze into place, even spilling a few drops of my coffee on the floor. Then I won't bother you again. I let out a long sigh as I try to organize my thoughts. He still is the last person I want to see right now, but, well, if I say everything I have to say, it will at least free my mind a bit. Adriel, would you mind... Looking good, Susan. Adriel was quick on the exit. He said, bye. Looking good, Susan. At least he got the clue. Then Doug and I are met with cold, uncomfortable silence. After a few seconds, which lasted a whole eternity, Doug starts speaking. I don't understand, Sandra. You must have really good reasons. But I don't understand why you suddenly started ignoring me. We're gonna do this in the office? I thought we would at least go in the hallway. Okay. Get right to it. She might not want to be alone with him in the hallway, I guess. I suppose I must have done something wrong, and I'm sorry. Doug really is very pretty. Sorry, I just saw Doug. I was like, I haven't seen Doug in a hot second. I act like I haven't seen him. I only didn't see him for like the first 5 minutes of this. So he's sorry. That's the main point. He's sorry. He's trying to apologize even though he doesn't even know what he's done wrong, which can backfire on you, but it's good to, in terms of not knowing what you're apologizing for. But in this case, Doug really doesn't know, and like, how could he know? I tried to think, and perhaps my venting made you uncomfortable, or maybe you didn't feel safe. If there's anything I forgot to ask, or things I could have done better, I would like to know them, if you don't mind. Doug! Okay, I'm crying. It's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna continue the conversation. It's just, I'm a Doug stan who, if you couldn't tell by last time, every time I come to record, my nasal cavity is just acting up. I sound more nasally than I should be, but it's fine. Anyways, Doug is just trying. He's trying. He's really trying. Look at him. I love him for that. Because, so far, I'm quite confused. I just know I lost a good friend, and I don't even know why. Although he said Although he said all these words very slowly, Doug still breathes out once he's done speaking. I suppose it must have been a lot for him to say.
Yeah, that was like a 3-4 sentence monologue there.
However, the fact he doesn't even consider the fact he cheated on his wife as a reason someone would be disgusted with him says a lot about his character.
Sandra, I don't think he did that. Whatever, okay, okay, here we are. It's okay, what are you gonna say, Sandra?
I put my hands on my hips and sigh, disapprovingly shaking my head. It has nothing to do with that, Doug.
Then what is it? Oh, he's blushing. What is it? What is it?
He asks, his voice slowly cracking. Breathing out again, he shakes his head as if he wanted to purge his mind from uncomfortable thoughts.
I'm sorry for this.
Well, Doug, how to phrase it in a way that doesn't show all my disdain for your actions? I bite the inside of my cheek, trying to think of a way to put it that won't recreate or create even more conflict between us. But in the end, stating things clearly and honestly is the best thing I can do. The one thing his wife would have deserved. Doug, I started hanging out with you because you look sad. Adriel told me you stopped wearing your wedding ring. And well, I really care about others. Doug confirms these words with a faint smile.
I would be crying already. Anyways.
And the one thing that disgusts me most is people acting selfishly and without any consideration for the people around them.
She says, with daggers coming out of her eyes. Look at that stare. She's like, Doug, do you not get what I'm putting down here? Please, girl. He did not do the thing that you have said, that you believe he has done.
So, I first hung out with you to cheer you up, to make you think of something else. And I'm not gonna lie, our outings also were nice moments to share. They made me feel lighter. However, well, sorry if it's a bit rough, but I'll say it as it is.
Hopefully not too loudly where other people, hopefully this is like a little pocket of the office where there's not a lot of people, but there could be people around the corner.
I don't feel comfortable hanging out with you, knowing you cheated on your wife. It's the most selfish thing a husband can do, and I feel fooled for having tried to cheer you up when you actually deserve to feel miserable for your actions. I let out a sigh of relief. It feels good to have let everything out. However, I am surprised to see Doug's expression shift into a flabbergasted one.
Because he's been caught, not in the act, because obviously that's already been done, but caught, obviously, and having done such a thing, or shocked that this is what Sandra thinks. I think it's the latter, so we'll see.
He is shocked? Was I too brutal? Did I hurt his feelings? Well, did he think of his wife before...
Sandra, I never cheated on my ex, or anyone for that matter. Thank you, Doug! Oh my goodness! I knew you weren't a cheater. I mean, again, I'm so concerned that this is like, who's in the audience? Who may be listening, even though you don't think they're in the audience, But whatever, he has clear his good name. He's never cheated on his ex or anyone.
I raise a suspicious eyebrow as he pronounces these words. Pardon me?
I didn't cheat on her. She cheated on me. No! Sorry, I knew he didn't cheat on her, but I just thought, she had enough and just left. But I guess I could see the additional piece of information now is she found someone else and cheated in whatever way that she cheated and left him. Oh, poor Doug. No wonder he looks so sad. Don't mind me, I'm just crying a little bit. It's fine. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. They have it out in the open and it's gonna be clearer and they're gonna move on from this and it's gonna be great. We love that for them.
But you told me the divorce was your fault.
Yes, because she had a good reason to cheat. What is the reason? I mean, I have an idea what the reason, maybe the reason is just from, whatever, I won't spoil anything.
Doug says this. Doug says, his voice cracking again. Then he coughs, gently tapping his chest with his fist.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry, go on.
Well, that's a bit embarrassing to say, but our sexual life wasn't very satisfying. Blush, blush. From Sandra's part. And a little bit of Doug over here, right there on cheekbones.
Okay, this is getting a bit embarrassing.
It's mostly due to two things. My libido and my sexual attraction. I am not really into having sex, you know. I mean, I can do it if I have a few days to prepare, but don't count on me for anything spontaneous. He's just scary. He gotta clear up. He feels comfortable enough with Sandra to clear up his good name. So, and hopefully, you know, to make sure that they can repair the relationship. But it is a vulnerable position to be put in, and he's choosing to continue to be vulnerable. Like, I'm not horrified at the idea, but it's like doing chores, if you will. And in the last 6 months preceding our divorce, I didn't manage to fulfill my marital duties even once, even though we wanted to have kids. So one day, when she was out with friends for some bachelorette party, let's say it was in a nightclub, and that my ex-wife is a model. She always attracted unsolicited attention.
I gasp out of surprise before looking closer at Doug's features. It makes sense he would end up with a model.
In her dialogue here. So she was drunk. A pretty guy hit on her, and I suppose I don't need to explain how it went. The day after, when she came back home, she told me everything. How different. Better it felt. Oh, that's not great. She apologized, of course, but she also realized that, that I had been forcing myself this whole time. That sex with a partner having an actual liking for it, that sex with a partner having an actual liking for it was on a whole nother level. So she decided to get a divorce. I tried to keep her, to tell her I could change or that we could work out a solution. But she felt too bad for making me force myself this whole time, and she wanted something I could never have given her.
My eyes didn't leave him as I was listening to his words. I feel stupid. So stupid. He didn't cheat on her. She cheated on him and had the nerve to leave him. I guess her being honest was a good thing, but it feels so unfair to him. Doug's cheeks take a rosy color when he realizes he gave away all the details of his marital life.
I'm so...
Without letting him finish, I rush into his arms, holding him tight and dropping my coffee. Doug wraps his arms around me too, clumsily patting my back.
He looks shocked.
I'm the one who's sorry, Doug. You didn't deserve any of this. I feel so stupid for having treated you that harshly, for having assumed the worst about you instead of just asking.
We should have just asked. It's okay. You know, it's fine. They're figuring things out now. It's okay. Oh, okay. No, don't say that. I phrased it horribly.
And yet, I still assumed when I should have asked. I was just so disgusted that I didn't even give you the benefit of the doubt.
It's okay, Sandra. I wasn't
Doug, you have to stop blaming yourself for things you're not responsible for. It's not your fault your wife cheated on you. It's not your fault I misinterpreted this whole situation. Your wife was just selfish, and I was just rude.
Then I forgive you.
Thanks. Now, I understand if you don't want to keep me in your life, or if...
Are you free tonight? I'm crying! I love it. Okay. It's fine. They're gonna be okay.
I take a step back and look at Doug with surprise. Yes, but...
I would like to show you something at my place. If you have time to grab some old clothes, you're not afraid of getting dirty.
But, Doug, you'd still have me as a friend after what I've done?
Yes. There you go. A little better. Sandra, you reacted like this because you were so kind you couldn't endure the thought of having a dishonest friend. This is the kind of honesty I want people to have with me from now on.
The peaceful smile curling on Doug's lips confirms it. He doesn't hold any grudges. I gratefully nod before smiling back at him. Then I will be honest with you, Doug.
Good. See you tonight then.
See ya. I interrupt myself as I see Doug take a tissue out of his pocket and squat down to clean the coffee I'd spilled. Doug, I can clean my own.
I know you can, but I just want to do it.
Then I guess I'll go back to my bacon. Doug just answers with a small nod. And although my day of work isn't easy, as this bacon is still torturing me, it feels warm to have gained back a friend. I hope I'll never let him down ever again.
Okay. This is so cute. Okay, great. I'm so glad that they have reconnected, cleared up the misunderstanding, and hopefully whatever they're doing here is also good. I'm sure it will be. This is so sweet. Great. We love it. Let's see what they're up to now.
Doug leads me to his backyard with an excited smile on his face. If anything, he looks like a kid, about to show his mother the macaroni necklace he made for her. I take a look around and ask, raising an amused eyebrow, "Is helping you with gardening my purgatory?"
No, don't worry. I didn't bring you here to make you do my chores.
With a smile, he brings me to the back of his garden, in front of a little cabin. It looks like the kind of place where you'd store gardening tools, though. Without answering, Doug unlocks a door to reveal plates. A lot of plates.
What plates?
Why do you have so many plates? Are you organizing a wedding, or...
I made them myself.
What? Ceramics? As Doug pronounces these words, I take a look around and notice all the vases and little sculptures made of clay. Eventually, my gaze falls upon the pottery wheel at the center of the room. Oh, I didn't know you were also an artist.
I don't know if I would call myself an artist, but I do see pottery as an art, so maybe I am to some extent.
When did you start?
Well, we once had a workshop in elementary school and it was fun, so I asked my parents if I could join a club. But they refused.
Ah, mine encouraged me in doing arts.
That's neat. Mine wanted me to focus on more useful skills, like coding, I guess. Well, I'm still grateful for this because I like my job and keeping pottery as a hobby kind of makes it special. Although the plates are accumulating. That's my go-to when I feel stressed. You must have been stressed a lot.
It's nice that you have a thing like that.
Yes, I started learning pottery after college and I never stopped. And today I thought I could teach you the basis of it. That was a cute little smile. He's like, ha ha ha, a cute little smile. We love that.
Oh,
Is it lame?
it's a nice idea. Doug sighs out of relief, putting a smile on his face.
Then sit in front of the wheel. I never done wheel throwing. I've only done hand building stuff a very long time ago in high school, so that's fun. That's cute. I love this.
He taps the stool I'm supposed to sit on, and I do as Doug says.
Okay, so the first step is to use a sponge to wet the bat. The bat is what we call the disc, where we're going to put the clay. Okay, good to know.
Doug then carries on giving me indications of what I have to do. I am fortunately quite dexterous myself and did a bit of sculpture in art school. However, pottery has its subtleties, and Doug is very good at teaching them.
Then it is important to flatten the edges.
I nod, following his directions and looking at him instead of looking at the clay in front of me.
Oh, his little eye bags. He's so tired still.
A few hair strands cover his face. He stares at the clay with an intense expression I've never seen on his face. He is in his element, clearly. When he is so close to me, I realize Doug is very beautiful. Is beautiful. Very beautiful.
Uh-huh, he is.
And I know he is a handsome man. I mean, I've got eyes, and so did those girls at the dance studio. And yet, when he is so close, I notice all the details I never thought I would care about. The tiny little dots, dark dots covering his face, tracings of his regular shaving, the slight hollowness in his cheeks, which somehow still look round.
Make sure that your elbows are firm on your legs and against your hips.
Noted. Doug touches my arms to check and lets a smile appear on his face. He must be satisfied.
Oh, look how cute Doug looks. Perfect. Now you can increase the speed of the wheel and put water on your hands.
Obeying Doug, I start feeling the clay in my hands. It's interesting to watch. To think I have this material I can shape it any way I want. It's as intimidating as it is freeing. No guidelines, no bacon, just me and my creativity.
She's never going to want to look at bacon or even eat bacon ever again, I'm sure. That's not exactly the right position. Let me show you.
As he says that, Doug wets his hands before putting them on mine, adjusting the placement of my fingers. I realize for the first time that his fingers aren't that soft. If anything, they are rather callous. It must be from working the clay.
Which makes sense.
And yet, I feel comfortable, quite comfortable like that.
Do I want to... We're going to focus on the pottery because I'm doing the friendship route. I love that we're friends. Stay tuned for when romancing Doug as Sandra will be a thing. But I will save and come back. Okay, we're focusing on the pottery.
So I let Doug's fingers guide mine, and that's when the magic happens. He doesn't let go of my hands. His eyes are set on the plate forming in front of us.
You're doing a great job, Sandra. Oh, so earnestly said, and look, with his expression so cute. Like this.
You're helping me a lot, to be honest.
Not that much. I'm guiding you, but you're the one giving this plate its shape. After all, it's imperfect.
Ah.
But all its dumps or rougher parts are signs that you're the one who made it. They show the moments you lost focus, all the things I failed to guide you on. They are all the signs that you are the one... They are all the signs that you are the one who made this plate. And that's endearing.
Doug's words paint a smile on my face. I take a look at my creation as we finish it. It's certainly not as neat as the plates I saw on Doug's shelves, but this is a memory we crafted together, and I'll cherish it. We have a plate, friendship plate. We love that. When we are done, Doug examines the plate more closely before putting a satisfied smile on his face.
It's very good for a first.
You're flattering me.
No, I can tell you've had some past experience with sculpting or stuff like that.
Yes, I had a sculpting class in art school.
And it definitely shows.
Doug says, taking a taut wire.
I'll take care of removing it from the bat and letting it dry. I'll bring it to you at work.
Thanks, Doug.
Don't mention it. You can use the sink to wash your hands.
Oh, neat. I run to the sink to wash my hands from the clay. It was fun, Doug. You had an excellent idea.
It's not much. I didn't even bring crackers this time.
It's not as if crackers were a big deal.
I like crackers.
Yes, but how could we have eaten the crackers while doing the plate? Making the plate, you know?
It's okay. We can have crackers post making a plate snack is crackers. Why not?
The chuckle I let out as an answer makes Doug scratch his temple with his index finger.
Is it ridiculous?
No, it's just like you. A very basic answer. An answer very basic yet unexpected.
Oh.
And endearing.
Cute. Not the O. Oh. Thanks.
A faint smile appears on his face. Well, you're a great guy, Doug. Really. People who don't realize it really are missing something. Doug stays silent for a few seconds. I take a look at him and see him chew on the inside of his cheek. He eventually asks,
Can I ask you a question? And I swear my intentions aren't weird.
I won't make twice the mistake of not trusting you. You know that. My answer puts a smile on Doug's lips.
My divorce got me thinking and stuff, and, well, do you think sex is that important in a relationship? Yes, it is for me. I could do without. I'm asexual. These are my options. Let's save. Personally, I don't think it's that important. I'm gonna pick the second one. I don't think it's like an absolute necessary thing. And then the third option is not how I would identify, or like that's not how I would identify. But I could do without. It's not the most important thing. I don't need to save for that.
I could do without, to be honest. Doug asks, raising an inquisitive eyebrow. Yes, I mean sex is enjoyable, but I think one could have a very nice and healthy relationship without it.
My thoughts exactly, Sandra. That's comforting to hear.
I go closer to Doug and put a gentle hand on his shoulder. Hey, Doug, I'm sure you're going to find someone other than your wife who won't cheat on you. You're insanely pretty, you're kind, well-intentioned. You'll clearly find the right girl for you at some point.
Could as well be a boy.
Doug comments, letting out a gentle laugh.
But thanks a lot for these kind words, Sandra. I'm happy there are people like you. It gives me hope.
Of course. After the short discussion, I take a look at my phone. My eyes widen. Damn, it's so late already. I think I'll head back home.
What time is it?
9 p.m.
What?
Doug looks completely surprised. Don't they say time flies in good company?
Yes, I guess so.
I'll see you at work tomorrow? Yes. We both look at each other peacefully. This was a good moment. Thanks for sharing your passion with me.
Thanks for sharing my passion with me. Oh, cute.
His answer makes me chuckle. This is the note on which I leave him, and I can't get rid of the smile that colors my face or the blush that tints my cheeks. I'm happy this cheating thing was just a quid pro quo. Quid pro quo.
I can't say that word properly.
And that I got to restore my friendship with Doug. He doesn't seem like much, but he really is a nice guy. Sure, he seems a bit bland despite his gracious appearance, and he doesn't have any sort of dark and deep secret he can't reveal to anyone. And yet, he is nice. Really nice. He has interesting passions. He has his little quirks. He is fun to be around. In the end, Doug is an interesting person to discover, even if the only things to discover are so mundane. Mundanity holds a lot of sweet things.
Okay, great. That was cute. I love that. Restoring of their friendship, learning more about each other. We love that. They were so cute. I think things will be okay between them. Okay, we're back at work.
I take a look at all the mascots in front of me, all those I designed. Each of them has its own graphic identity, to some extent its own personality. I don't know yet which will be the right one, to be honest. I still haven't figured it out. But I like the ponytails I gave this one. I like the mustache of this other, and the cap this one has is adorable. And if I may still be confused about my own work, I now see the beauty in it. It's not perfect, of course. It might still require improvement. But perhaps the fact that they were all created by me is worth something in itself. I graduated from art school summa cum laude. I then got a master's degree in graphic design with the same honors. I even won some prizes for my art. It has to be worth something. Then I think of Doug. Doug, who never got anything of his pottery, not even money. He who kept every single plate he made, even the failed ones. And he doesn't need degrees to be a valuable artist, so maybe I'm still seeing it the wrong way. Doug is a simple man. When you get to know him, you realize he is supportive, kind, and has his own emotional fractures that he's trying to overcome, just like everyone. But he doesn't have any life-changing secrets. No, he is just standard. And yet, he is still a very likable person. Oh, hi, Sandra.
Love this little close-up of you. You're so pretty.
You don't need to appreciate someone, or in this slice of bacon's case, something. Maybe that's what we can tell our clients. This bacon is simple. It doesn't need any artificial flavor or any extras to taste good. It just does because it's good bacon. And finally, it hits me. I have the vision. The one I've been looking for these last weeks. I finally see the bacon.
It's a fun sentence.
I finally have something that goes beyond some mechanical design process. I have an authentic artistic direction.
That's very exciting, Sandra. Woo!
Immediately standing up, slamming my desk with my hands, I scream,
I love the sound effect.
Adriel! I look around trying to find the actual community manager of the brand to get his opinion on how we can communicate about this brand. I quickly find him, my scream having interrupted a discussion he was having with Doug.
Do you think I'd hear... You're funny, Adriel. Do you think I'd make you scream my
Doug nudges Doug nudges Adriel in the stomach before the latter can finish his poor joke.
Ouch. Please don't be weird.
Adriel lets out a hearty laugh as I run to the two men. Adriel lets out a hearty laugh as I run to the two men. I need to talk to you.
I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
About the direction for Bonnie the Bacon as a brand.
Oh, I thought I would get a distraction from work. You barely work. And yet I managed to get everything done. It's just a skill issue on your part, Doug. Whatever.
I thought of turning it into something simple. Not something that speaks to the youth, but something that speaks to everyone.
I hope we get to see this bacon mascot after all of this. I need to know.
And so I figured out Bonnie the Bacon could just be a granny.
Like exploring the whole granny thing, even in the communication around it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I don't see why the commercial team wanted hipster bacon in the first place. Gosh, Doug, hipster is not what the youth finds trendy nowadays. You old man. Really? What do the youngins like then? I don't know anymore. What do the Gen Zers, the Gen Alphas like? I will say I am a millennial, though I'm on the younger side of millennial. So I am confused what the trends are, to be honest.
Who cares? I think something more universal is a better approach anyway. A smile curls on Doug's lips and Adriel nods.
Okay, that's fine with me. If you can come up with a design, then I'm all ears.
Really?
Yeah.
I rush to Adriel, hugging him with excitement. Ah, thanks, Adriel.
Oh. Adriel was saying, I knew you couldn't get enough of... Ouch.
This time, Doug elbows his back.
You got some strong elbows, Doug. Let's go. You wish.
Letting go of Adriel, I turn to Doug. And actually, thank you, Doug. Yes, our whole pottery talk. It has opened my eyes.
Wait, don't tell me the granny bacon is inspired by Doug. They're so cute. Look at them. Maybe I should try knitting. Oh my god, not Doug becoming our brand. What a road to fame. Cut it out.
This time, he nudges Adriel's arm.
Oh, while you're here, Sandra, there's this exposition this weekend and I thought of going. I wanted to know if you were interested.
Yes. I answer without giving it any thought. This puts a smile on Doug's face.
I will say that though, unless I know that I'm completely not having plans, I always need to consult my calendar. So usually I have to say like, oh, I'd love to do it. Let me just check my calendar. Like, I just don't want to, because I have double booked myself before. On the rare occasion that I'm actually busy with like socializing. So I have to consult the calendar, but that's okay. This is cuter for them. Well, I'll leave you guys to it. It's not. No bother. See you. Bye, Adriel.
Adriel disappears, finding a new prey to torture with his jokes.
It's a garden exhibition. Like fancy flowers, fancy bushes, and nothing much, but...
You know, just looking at the flowers in your garden would have been satisfactory enough.
Oh.
Despite his cheeks turning slightly red, his smile shows he still appreciates the compliment.
I guess there is beauty in the simple things. There is! I love looking at this, like... Since it's springish here, we're about to turn spring, the flowers are blooming and it's all so pretty. Even though it's just like in the stages of blooming and things. I guess there is beauty in the simple things.
Exactly. We share knowing glances. We then discuss some organization matters before I go back to my desk, finally working on this design. For something simple and authentic.
Ooh, where are we?
After having seen a variety of flowers, Doug and I decided to instead focus on the plant tail section of the exposition.
Why do I keep wanting to say exposition?
Exhibition. Bonsai sculpted to tell a story? That's a very cute idea.
I guess even gardening can turn into art when people have an artistic vision.
Doug comments with a smile, looking at the sketchbook I'm holding in my hands. I thought this whole event would be a great occasion to draw what I see around me, without trying to make it look particularly beautiful or clean. Flowers can have the weirdest shapes, and focusing on shape rather than on trying to make it look pretty is also part of the artistic deconstruction I needed. Doug didn't talk much, letting me observe the flowers and sketch them. I noticed he tried not to peek at my drawing process, although he was very curious. But I told him it was fine, and then although he remained silent, he asked a lot of questions. Doug, not the most talkative person, but definitely a comforting presence with ideas that feel cozy and warm.
Oh, that's quite impressive. How did they sculpt a bee that detailed? And it's crying, too.
It's a good approach of volumes.
Huh?
Yes, sculpting is all about visualizing things in 3 dimensions, but I suppose you must know a bit about that considering the little clay figures you made.
Mine are way simpler than that.
Answering Doug's humility with a peaceful smile, I sketch the characters in front of me. He, on the other hand, tries to make sense of the story.
Oh, and there's an ant now. It's crying, too. I think they feel lonely.
Huh?
Yes. Bees and ants both live in colonies. This bee must have lost its hive, for example.
Oh, that's sad.
Yes, but look at this next bonsai. They both meet, and, the bee tries to attack the ant.
Gosh, that's sadder.
Look at this next one. Why? He looks a little, he's like, I need to get to the next one.
Doug articulates almost desperately.
The ant is giving the bee a sugar lump.
So the bee is stealing the food the ant struggled to collect, especially considering it is alone?
Gosh, I'm starting to think this whole section was a terrible idea.
I take a look at the next bonsai and a smile curls on my lips. Look at the next one. Doug quickly raises his eyebrow before turning to the next bonsai and lets out a huge sigh of relief.
They're sharing it. I suppose this act of kindness helped the ant to get on the bee's good side. Oh, and look at this next one.
Doug almost enthusiastically shouts, taking my hand to guide me through what resembles more and more a maze of bonsais. I notice the story goes to 2 diverging paths, but Doug, who failed to notice this, completely ignores the other. From what I managed to get from a quick glance, the bee seems to be eating the ant, holding its head in its sort of proboscis. Depressing. So, just following his intuition, Doug managed to choose the more comforting path. Typical Doug.
Oh, look. Now the ant is on the flying bee's back. Oh, look at him smiling. Look at Doug smiling. I haven't seen Doug smile like this. So cute.
It's like the ant had wings, and the bee was the wind under them, like the song. Wind beneath my wings.
I need to go play that song after this.
It's like the ant had wings, and the bee was the wind under them. Doug turns to me, his eyes gleaming with tenderness.
Like the song you sang for karaoke. Oh, he remembered.
You remember?
How could I have forgotten? It was the first way I got to know you.
Huh. Yes.
Oh, yes, these little outings of ours, they are so precious to me, because they showed so many layers of who you are. Your vulnerability, your strength, your art, your jokes, your voice. I shouldn't say all these things.
Oh, they.
Oh, wait, he's looked shocked. I guess I shouldn't say all these things? He's second guessing himself.
Oh, they feel good to hear, though. Doug's cheeks turn crimson red as I say this.
Well, if they are good to hear, I guess there's no harm saying them. Gosh, I'm a bit embarrassed right now, but I'll still try. Yay, keep going. It's just that I, really enjoyed spending time with you, Sandra. And I know that every time one of our outings is over, I'm looking forward to the next one. And the last 2 months perhaps made me realize that.
I can see him fidget his hands as he tries to get his point across. But instead of talking, Doug just moves forward to reach the last bonsai sculpture. It shows the ant and the bee building a home of their own. That's so cute!
That's them. I mean, like, in their friendship and all that. I love that for them. Don't know if they'll, like, cohabitate, if ever. But I love this for them. I love that for the ant and the bee. And for Sandra and Doug. They're so cute. I do love friendship so bad. Like, so much. It's so wholesome that it makes me cry. I kind of feel like this ant. Or this bee. I don't know. When I got divorced, my world fell apart. If I could read, my gosh, this is very important. I thought I had ruined my only chance at building something with someone. And just because of marital duties, I wasn't created to honor. But Sandra, with your kind and gentle presence, you help me see things in a whole other light. You help me find the new foundations of my new life. You help me so much, I can't even put words on it. I am eternally grateful, Sandra. Oh, this is cute.
Doug's confession slightly wets my eyes, but that's okay. I shake my eyes.
I shake my head, rather. My gosh, I am crying. It's okay. Do I need a tissue break?
No, Doug. You're the one who helped me so much. You're the one who made me realize things don't have to be out of the ordinary to be good. You made me realize there's nothing more authentic than simplicity. Thank you for being my friend, Doug. I say, gently taking his hands in mine. However, instead of smiling back at me, Doug's cheeks get redder.
Okay. What are you gonna tell her? Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. I pause my recording here because I need water. And I also needed to do something really quick. But here we are. Doug's gonna say something. Okay. Well, if we really are to talk about authenticity, I might have something to say. What may it be, sir?
This makes me raise an eyebrow.
Gosh. Well, you were kind, Sandra. You wanted to spend time with me just because you saw I was depressed. You take care of your parents. You were creative, open-minded. And I am really touched by these qualities of yours. And I'm not the best with words, but I enjoy spending time with you. I'm very grateful for our outings. Okay, let's just take a moment to look at the blushes on both of their faces. They're so cute! Okay. I feel like I know where this is going, but we'll see. But I wondered if, well, these outings.
Doug's fingers feel sweaty in mine, but that doesn't bother me. He breathes in and breathes out before letting out his truth.
Would you like to turn them into dates? I knew where he was going. Ah! Okay, wait. Part of me is just like, wow, I want that for you guys, but also I told myself I was going to play the friendship route. Okay. Were we not playing the friendship route this entire time? I mean, that's totally fair. Personally, I want the romance route. Okay. And I can't, why? I don't want to say no. Anyways, we'll see. I don't know what my options are, but anyways, this is cute. He's brave, he's courageous, it's whatever. We love that. Let's see what's happening. I don't know if my choices thus far have already made my decision for me, or if I'm gonna have to actively choose. So we'll see. It would be a lie to say I'm desperately in love with you right now. These things take more time, but I'm interested in more.
Doug's confession makes me speechless. It's not exactly a love confession, but it kinda is. I mean, it's a love confession of sorts, I would say. I feel my cheeks burning. I never wondered what I felt towards Doug. I see him as someone kind, with whom I love spending time, and I'm definitely interested in knowing more about him.
Oh, they're gonna make me choose. Oh, God. Okay, let me see. I said I was gonna do I'm doing the friend route. I thought my actions reflected this, but that's fine. He's totally allowed to ask. But will I break his? I don't. Okay, whatever. I might be able to just do both endings then if they're relatively short. So in this one sitting, so we'll see. Because then I can move on to Adriel's route later on. Okay, I'm going to choose the friendship option. Because I love them as friends, but also I want them together. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Okay.
Because I cherish him as a friend. Because I love him. Well, I tried. But no, it doesn't sound right. And if anything, Doug deserves authenticity.
Of course, you don't have to answer favorably. I'd understand.
Doug, I love you a lot. Certainly as much as you love me. However, I feel like it would be a lie to pretend I want something romantic. Our outings, they aren't dates, but they are ours, and I cherish them a lot. So, if you're still willing to have me, I'll stick around. I won't give up on you. Doug sighs with relief before wiping the sweat on his forehead.
Oh, I thought getting rejected would feel worse.
Are you alright?
Of course I am, Sandra. I meant it when I told you you helped me see things from new perspectives and gave me more hope. It wasn't because I hoped to date you, but because you just changed my outlook on life. I'm grateful for the change.
The smile on his face is reassuring. He's not trying to comfort me. He really is speaking his truth.
Oh. I'd be more than happy to spend more time with you, as friends. I'm crying. They're so stinking cute. I will say, definitely, I have been there where I was like, I'm interested in you as not just as not friends. So what do you think? And I think it's what Doug was saying is like it'd be worse to get rejected. That he may have felt worse to be rejected. I will just say that like I thought it's fine if you reject me. But if we were already friends, I'd love to stay friends. But at least more recently, that has not been the case, which is so sad. But whatever. That's fine. People are obviously allowed to do and decide on things for things that make them comfortable. But I just wanted to share that because I was like, Doug, I get that. I feel like I get that. Because in this case, it's like, well, Sandra's willing to, like, both of them are willing to spend just time as friends, like being friends, and that's great. I love that for them. But there could be a case where you, like, tell someone's like, hey, I like you, possibly, whatever, more than romance. And romance, that's fine if you don't want it. But I've been more devastated by, like, breakings of friendship. Because it kind of just sucks that, like, that one, like, confession can change things, but whatever. Anyways, this is a cute little story, cute little game, so I personally love this outcome, so I love this for them. Okay.
I smile back as I look at the bee and the ant. Their little bonsai home is adorable, and I know friendship can achieve anything love can. I take a look at Doug, at his sparkling eyes and his warm smile. I nod, content. Doug, we're going to paint the canvas of our friendship with water, pottery, gardening, premature even. All these simple things that bring warmth and comfort. I like this idea the best.
I love that transition from, like, this past scene to this one, but we're at work about the mascot, so I do hope we get to see the mascot. Oh wait, no, these are cracker mascots. Hello? I wanted to see the bacon mascot. That's okay. It's fine, I'll leave it to my imagination. The Granny Bacon.
I say, pointing at the two cracker mascots I drew on my screen. Doug takes a closer look at them while Adriel crosses his arms in disbelief.
Don't get me wrong, they're cute. But why would you bother designing two mascots when you could have one? Like, why the extra work?
Without answering, I just take a look at Doug, who's biting the inside of his cheek. After a few seconds, he nods.
I like it. That's what crackers are like.
Ah, so we agree.
I'm at a complete loss right now.
These two mascots are friends, Adriel. Friends.
And?
Because you share...
Because you share crackers with friends. No one eats them on their own. You can totally eat crackers by yourself, right? That's not weird. Okay, maybe there are some people who do. Thank you. But you get my point. So the idea is to highlight the share with friends aspect of it.
Exactly. Doug nods approvingly, whereas Adriel shakes his head.
This is a good idea, but gosh, I already see myself posting cringe tweets on the brand's account. Oh, so are you like the social media manager of sorts? I just don't understand what community manager means. And I think Tim, you already told me, or you said that I will probably learn more about Adriel on his route, so it's fine. But it's giving that you're also the social media manager, which is fine. I'll never ever forgive you for this bacon, Granny. I heard it was a bestseller. It proves you guys did a great work at internetly and visually communicating about Bonnie the Bacon. Internetly. What has my job become?
The three of us share a laugh before getting interrupted by a notification sound. Doug takes out his phone before letting a light veil of red color his cheeks. However, Adriel, like the predator looking for a prey to chew, doesn't fail to notice that. Putting his arm around Doug's shoulders, he asks,
What is it, Doug Juan? Oh, get lost.
I can't help but chuckle at their antics. Doug, rolling his eyes in amusement, explains,
I've got a date tonight with this ace guy I met on Chimder. Chimder. Ooh, exciting.
What?
And you kept it from us. Yeah, I didn't want to announce a possible future fiasco. It's even my first time dating another guy, so I don't know. I'm worried, but we'll see how it goes. Ooh, yay, Doug! It's so exciting. You're putting yourself out there. We love it. And what's his name? Cat. Oh, Catriel. Wait, who's Catriel? I've been playing all the games, so maybe I'm missing something. Catriel. Why does that name sound? That sounds like a familiar name. Catriel. Catriel. Like Adriel? Dot dot dot. I know the name sounds rather feminine, but when you see it written, it...
No, that's not it, Doug.
Wait, I just put two and two together. Then what is it?
Don't you think it sounds quite close to someone else's name?
I don't know why I didn't think of that first. I was like, why does that sound familiar? And it literally is Adriel. My god.
Adriel grins like the Cheshire Cat before letting a tonitrous laugh.
I don't know this word. I love that. Tonitrous. Ha 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 ha. Damn, if you wanted to take me on a date, you just needed to ask, dude. Wait, so it's not Adriel. Wait, wait, I'm confused. It is or it isn't? I would rather die, Adriel. You say this, but you have an Adriel option. We have an Adriel option to get to. So it's not. It just sounds very close to Adriel's name. Right? Right, okay.
This little scene makes us share more discreet laughs before we all go back to work. Okay, before Doug and I go back to work at least.
Lol, the roast to Adriel.
As a friend, I'm happy to see Doug finally get back to dating and possibly finding, who knows, something better for him than his ex. I take a look at my two crackers. They look like good friends.
I want to see the crackers.
I hope the brand manages to unify people. Because even something as simple as a cracker can create memories.
Okay. At what cost? So it is Adriel, but it's not, right? Okay, this is cute. So I got dating, but at what cost? Sandra's rep. Ending two. So I could do one. This is cute though. This is like Doug just looking all like Adriel in the background. It's like, oh my gosh. I also like this photo aspect. I wonder if we're gonna get this like photography aspect. Learn more details about that or not. This is very cute. Okay, so great. This is ending two. I assume that the friendship ending would be ending one, but like I guess most technically on the choice, like when I was given the choice, I had to what do you call that? It was on the second part. The second option. So it is ending two. Woohoo! Credits! Woo! All the lovely people on here. Wonderful. Wow. Thank you for Rendez-Doug. I won't say much because I do want to go with the romance option on screen. But I'll just load back into that last option that I had. Okay, we're back. We're back, and I'm going to choose the first option. Okay.
Because I love him. Pronouncing these words in my mind makes me blush, and yet they sound right. So right. Ultimately right. I love Doug. Sure, I'm not love-struck, but I wouldn't say I'm interested. The only words that feel right are, I love you.
But don't feel like you have to answer favorably.
I love you.
Pardon?
Doug says, his eyes widening with surprise. I laugh out of embarrassment. I didn't mean to scare you away. That just felt like the most authentic way of putting it. I never questioned my feelings towards you for some reason, but when I think of them... Doug, you were kind, comforting, caring. How can I not be in love? Just like you, I wouldn't say I'm completely love-struck, but yes, I love you. I'd be interested in, well, having an actual date with you. I don't let go of Doug's hands. They feel warmer, and he is so embarrassed that heat reaches his ears.
I love that because I love you. I can't do the voice crack.
His voice cracks when he says that. It must be difficult for him to state what he feels so explicitly. Doug is a man to show he cares, rather than saying it.
Okay, Mr. Acts of Service over here. Oh, my microphone.
And I suppose him saying it right now in his way to show his feelings aren't weaker than mine.
I feel so strangely happy right now, Sandra. To think that you love me, and that I love you.
Every time he says it feels like sweet music to my ears. And even he seems to lighten up more as he pronounces it.
Yes, I love you. I love you. I feel my heart beating in my chest, and I love you so much, Sandra. It's the truest thing I've ever said. I'm grateful to whatever brought you into my life.
Our boss, I guess?
Thank your boss if you ever get married again, you know? Ooh! My goodness, my mic again.
Doug lets out a laugh light as his hair.
Good point. But just know now that I'll never get tired of repeating these 3 words.
My now lover looks around, letting a smile of bliss play on his lips.
Well, if it's a date.
Doug holds my hand and reaches a little stand, strategically placed at the exit of the plant tail part of the exhibition.
The bee and the ant did share a sugar lump, right? Do you want anything to nibble?
After glancing quickly at the menu, I tell Doug, "What about a candy apple?"
Fitting. Oh, that'd be so cute. Okay.
Doug says, chuckling to himself before ordering 1 candy apple. After he pays for it, Doug takes a bite, leaving me slightly surprised.
They shared the lump of sugar. That's so cute. Look at him. Okay, Mr. Throw your wings at Sandra. We love it. So cute. Look at your bright smile. We love it.
Doug winks before giving me the candy apple.
And well, they call it love apple in French. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh, really? Fitting. I say, finally understanding what Doug meant with this word. And what does it sound like in French?
I don't know. I just know they say love apple.
Oh.
But I can ask Guchim to translate.
Laughing, I put my arm on Doug's, putting the candy apple against his cheek. It's okay. Candy apple makes more sense anyway. It's simpler.
You really weren't kidding with this whole simplicity theme.
Well, the simple things are what helps build simple and happy lives. Doug answers with a smile and sparkling eyes.
He sure does. Look at him. How cute.
He looks beautiful. Gorgeous. He makes me want to fall deeper in love. And it will happen. There's no reason for it not to happen. Not when having his fingers entwined with mine already gives me chills. Not when his smile shines brighter than the sun above us. I will get to know him more. He will get to know me more. Just like how I got to discover him. And progressively, by being true and authentic, we'll build something together. Not something big, not something grand, not something out of the ordinary. Just something simple, just something ordinary, as simple as a slice of bacon in the morning, or a plate of buns. but something that is authentic to us and that we'll get to discover together.
I love you, Sandra.
He whispers to my ear. And yes, he's right. These words feel right. And whispered I love yous are wonderful bricks to build a home.
So cute! Oh my gosh, it's not even over. They are so cute. I do like this whole simplicity theme that's going on in authenticity, where we're talking about like not just like Sandra's work as a graphic designer, but also I guess perspective, as they've been saying, about life. And it's a good reminder. Great reminder for me. Sometimes I very much over worry, so I am a lot better at it as I've gotten a little older, but I still worry so much, so sometimes keeping things simple is what's necessary and is best. So, anyways, let's see what's happening here. Thanks for your purchase. Have a great day.
Doug pronounces with a monotone voice, nodding to thank the customers. He started to run out of room to store his pottery creations, so I suggested a garage sale would be a good way to get rid of some plates or vases. I even painted some motifs on some of the products to make them even more unique and attract more customers, and it took a while to convince Doug to let them go too. He wanted to keep everything I painted. The thought of Doug seeing everything I create as precious makes me smile.
Thanks for your purchase. Have a great day.
He repeats to a new customer. Variety in social interactions has never been his forte, after all. Oh, how old are you, sir?
That was very kind of British. It's fine. 31.
Oh, I've got a single daughter just your... Oh,
wait, never mind. I can't.
Oh, I've got a single daughter just...
Whatever. This old lady's asking. I've got a single... Trying to set us up. Whatever. It's fine. Doug, scratching the side of his head with his finger, lets out an embarrassed laugh. Hug from behind, Grandma, please. Or Mother.
Hugging him from behind and letting my head rest on his shoulder, I say, Sorry, ma'am, but he's a keeper, and I'm not letting him go so easily. The old woman in front of me lets out a clear laugh. Rightfully so, young lady. Have a nice day. Doug's cheeks get slightly pink as I wave the woman goodbye. Then grabbing me by the waist and rubbing my nose against his, my lover asks,
I didn't even... Whatever, I'm gonna get back into Sandra's voice. Oh, what was that, Sandra?
Hey, gotta make sure nobody takes you away.
It's not as if I'm going anywhere.
He says, looking at me with a bright smile.
If anything, I'm the one who should be cautious. You're the treasure here.
Flatterer.
Is it a crime to be in love?
Doug tries to ask this with confidence, but the red on his cheeks betrays his hesitation. This makes me chuckle. No, but it definitely is to be this cute.
I hope I'm doing this right. I know I can't show you my love in all dimensions you deserve, but...
Oh, Doug, please don't say that. I told you already. I don't need sex to feel loved.
I know, but the idea of someone allosexual being fine with just, well, me, still feels a bit surreal.
It shouldn't be, because you are more than enough, Doug.
Absolutely, you are more than enough, Doug. 100% agree.
Some people use sex to show their love for each other. Good for them. But you have your own ways to show love, and therefore, no one could ever love me the way you do, and I cherish that.
This is so wholesome. It hurts my heart.
Comforted, Doug sighs out of relief, putting a gentle kiss on my forehead.
Fine, then color me convinced.
Getting to my ear, Doug kindly whispers,
I love you, Sandra. Thank you for changing my life.
And on these words, I let my head rest against the crook of his neck. Doug has a comforting smell. I don't know if that's because of the smell of clay in his workshop mixing with his cologne, but this smell feels like home. Cozy and nothing too special, but it's special to me because it's Doug, and I love him. He sold everything! Yay! Everything! I guess you have made room for more. This is ending 3. What is ending 1? Okay, I'm gonna have to go and find this real quick. He sold everything. Look how cute he looks in this. Isn't this adorable? We love to see it. Look how adorable this all is. Very cute. Looks so proud. Oh my goodness. And we see the credits once again. Yay! I'm like lightly clapping. Clap, clap, clap. But great job. I love this game so much. But I didn't realize there were 3 endings for Sandra's route. So I'm gonna go find them. Hold on. Okay, so I quickly checked the walkthrough that's on the game page. Thank you for that, Chim, by the way. Just because I didn't want to, like... I was, like, trying to think. I was like, what would make a big difference? But there are 3 choices here. So this is where... What's his name? Doug. My goodness, how did I forget? It's literally been like a minute. Doug is asking Sandra if she could be in a relationship. Or does she think that sex is important in a relationship? And so we're going to say, yes, it is for me. So let's see how that is. I'm just going to skip after a bit so that we're not doing the same stuff. Okay. After a while, want the skip options back for me. Yes, I think it's capital. It's kind of getting to express your love in a way only your partner and you can, you know?
I guess it's fair, yes.
But I also think it doesn't have to apply to everybody. While it is true for me, it doesn't mean it has to be true for you. I'm sure you have your own way of expressing love. You just need to find the person who will notice it. These last words make Doug sigh out in relief.
Thanks for saying this, Sandra. I hope such a person exists. Of course they do.
I'm sure you'll find the perfect girl for you. I mean, she would be so dumb to miss out on such a pretty face. My remark colors Doug's cheeks with a veil of red.
I guess I'm not close to guys either.
Well, we'll only make it easier for you. I'm sure Adriel would be thrilled to take you on a date.
Don't you know it? Oh, for some reason, I can only picture a date with Adriel ending up with us punching each other. I see. Interesting. I wonder if that will happen to some degree.
He says, making us share a good laugh.
Okay, and now we're gonna skip. So we're back at the exhibition, the plant exhibition. And this is what Doug is saying. You know, your singing voice is still haunting me in my nightmares. Lol.
Excuse us, Eldick John. We burst out laughing as I slapped Doug's shoulders. We then walked towards the last sculpted bonsai representing the bee and the ant being together on a branch. This puts a smile on my face.
Oh, it's on a branch now instead of the hive or the home. I guess they became friends. That's cute.
More than that, the bee flew high enough to let the ant see the world from a new perspective, from a new standpoint it could never have reached on its own.
True.
They remind me of us.
What?
Yes. Hanging out with you helped me see things from another perspective when it came to my job, or my art in general. You are the gentle bee who helped me see my slice of bacon from an unexpected branch. I don't know if it makes sense, but even more than that, you inspired me to have fun moments and to take it easy. These words, although simple, are enough to make Doug turn crimson red.
I haven't done much.
But you don't need much to brighten a person's life.
So true. We love that. And you're the one who offered the karaoke in the first place.
Yes, and I saw you were sad and thought you could use someone to cheer you up. But ironically, you're the one who ended up helping me.
Don't say that. You helped me a lot too. I was thinking of nothing but my divorce. Spending time with you filled my thoughts with other things. I was looking forward to seeing you. So much I even had fun organizing things. And hey, you made me even believe that I could find love again someday. I created a profile in a dating app.
Ooh! Oh?
I love that for him. Yes, I feel like most people I may meet will expect sex from a relationship, so I guess I need to find myself an ace partner. And dating apps must be the best way to do so considering how few ace people there are in general.
Oh, that's a good idea. I hope you find someone to share your life with.
Thanks. And, well, if I don't, I have a great friend now.
Aww. Doug is right. Doug is right. We are friends now. It's better than love after all. Well, at least equivalent to it. After we're done with the exhibition, I decided to spend some time with my parents. But Doug and I started already to plan our next outing. We're going to sculpt bonsai trees together. Oh, cute! You're the wind beneath my wings.
This is so cute! Look at the bee there! I'm crying. Stop it. I'm crying. It's fine. Okay, great. So this was the true friendship. This was the true... Well, this was like... Not the true friendship route, but like whatever. I like it. It was so cute. And I like the little... How the little photo, like the photos do look for the ending. So that's really great. This is very adorable. I love this so much. Okay. Well, that is the end of Sandra's route for Rendez-Doug, and it was very wholesome and lighthearted and cute, and I love it, and I really love Sandra and Doug. I don't even know if I like prefer them as friends or like together, but I love it. I love both of them for that. Like, I just love the friendship route in general, and they are so cute. When like Doug was like, I want to make this, can we turn these outings into dates? And I was just like, I want that for you guys so bad. So I think I equally love that route and that option also. I think I've already said what I wanted to say throughout, like towards the end with the different endings so far, but I will say the wind beneath my wings, I love that song. And I love that this is the theme, one of the themes or the general ideas for that kind of captures at least Sandra and Doug from what I've seen so far. I don't know anything yet about Adriel, so I can't say anything, but I thought it was very cute that that was like one of the endings and one of the little ending cards, so to speak. So yeah, I really had a great time with this. I just can't believe that it started with like, Sandra thinks that Doug has cheated on his wife. And I'm like, Sandra, please. I don't think that's the case. And I'm so glad that wasn't the case. It is still very sad to think that like Doug placed a lot of blame on himself for the divorce, even though, you know, there are just things you can't control, and that's fine. But like, you shouldn't be made to feel like you are like that there's something wrong with you for the way you feel. The things you will or will not do with your partner, and like whatever, you know, like expressing love and like through sex and things like doesn't need to happen necessarily. So I just feel sad for Doug, but you know, now it's better because he and Sandra are together either as friends or as lovers, and we love that for them. So it's very cute. I'm gonna go cry now from the wholesomeness and lightheartedness, and hopefully you have enjoyed the video and the let's play and the story. This game is amazing, and you may have saw that I made some different choices. Maybe you would have made different choices. Feel free to check out the game. I will include a link to the game below, so you can do as you will on this route to to get to know Doug. But yes, don't worry, I will definitely play Adriel's route, and it will be up on my channel soon enough. Just gotta play, and it'll be great. But anyways, if you haven't already liked the video, please like the video. I'd appreciate it. As well as please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more playthroughs of visual novels, including Rendez-Doug, Adriel's Route. You can go on my channel and see many visual novel Let's Plays that I've done so far, and they're also fun, so great. I will say Rendez-Doug has a special place in my heart right now. I love Sandra, I love Doug. Adriel, I don't know exactly what's happening yet, but I can't say anything really about him, except I guess I don't really know who he is as a person, except that he's kind of he's flirtatious, he jokes around a lot, he's a community manager, question mark. All of that, but we'll get to see. But so far I really love Sandra and I really love Doug. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, so I will let you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time.